Doncic has got 7. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
And here is Vanderbilt after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Here's Dinwiddie, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They get a hand on it. Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Sexton grabs the board. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against Los Angeles. Dinwiddie with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Knocked away. Doncic with the steal. And finished off by Doncic.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King. Launches the 3, gets the three-pointer to fall. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And turnovers were the story for them. They saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Clarkson against Hardaway. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Clarkson. 4 on the shot clock to end the cold streak. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Finished off the break.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
Here's Sexton. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Clippers.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter.
Oh! That is just nasty.
Athleticism on that finish. They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive. Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily... Boy, did he go way up for that one.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. 1:50 left to play in the first quarter. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Offline with his 3. Dallas has gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. On the wing, Green knocks down the 3 ball. Green's got 5 points so far.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Dallas making a switch here. Walker's checked in. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. 6 to shoot. Gay, a screen on Green. Another miss by Utah. And so Powell will bring it up for the Mavericks. Green finds McGee. Back to Green. Jacks up a three. Another three for Dallas.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
The Jazz have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Knocks it loose. Hardaway with the steal. Powell, the pass to McGee. Over in the corner, Green. And another basket for Dallas.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
Tipped away. There's Walker with the three. Good on the three-point shot.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
6-second difference between shot and game flow. Here's Gay. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A guy who's always had the tools to get to the line more. Gay aggressive that time.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the night. First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Green. And it's Ntilikina in for Walker. Over to the wing. Back to Hardaway. Another three for Dallas.
The reason why I'm able to make all these shots is because I'm not cheating. If you let go of the ball when it's to your head, you get a green sometimes. And yeah.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Hardaway with the steal. Powell for 3. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarters strong. Can't do it much better than that.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Mavericks. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
The backcourt pair will be Doncic and...
That wasn't supposed to be in. I just tried to be fancy.
Got a good handle, excellent body control. Doncic is a threat to pull up from anywhere.
Alexander Walker passes to Beasley. Knocked loose. Pass to Alexander Walker. Second chance effort. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts for the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the three-pointer GA has become a focal point of Malik Beasley's game.
Up until last season, only about half of his attempts were from beyond the arc. Now he's really zeroing in on the long ball as his primary weapon.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Doncic from deep three-point land. The shot, no good. So Utah will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in.
Jordan Clarkson.
And we play. Just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Doncic way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Utah with the ball. To the middle. Stolen by Bullock. Doncic right side. Dallas moving the ball around. Drains the three-pointer. Doncic has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Mavs.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Dinwiddie against Clarkson. Sexton on the wing. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Sexton. Shoots over Doncic. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Good pass to Finney Smith. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Oh, no. Hold on. Was that? No, that wasn't a travel. That was not a travel. No, that was not a travel. That was not a travel. Where's that? Is that a travel? Let's see. Is that a travel? Oh, that is a travel. Okay, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that's travel.
A moment to check out Luka Doncic here. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 28 points a game, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And, boy, he sure lit it up last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Christian Wood. Bertans comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Kemba Walker in for Luka Doncic. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Got a piece of it. The Mavericks, another fast break chance right here. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleber. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. In third, the Jazz.
Those are some terrific numbers. You could tell last year that everyone on the team was totally focused on pounding the glass at both ends.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. More and more defenses switch everything now, Steve. And if you were coaching, is that how you'd play it? Is that how you would teach it?
You know, Kevin, yes. Sometimes you have to switch, but I think the best coaches, what they do best is they show you different looks. And timely, they'll do it. Sometimes they'll trap it. Sometimes they'll hedge the pick and roll. And sometimes they'll just go under.
Well, to prove I'm not using a hack, but I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna take that stealing. I just figured out how to do a steal. I'm gonna shoot this. It's not gonna go in. See? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go. Oh no! No! It's not supposed to be in.
Now Sexton. Poked away. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And here we go. The Mavericks in a foul. Oh!
Yeah, smart heads-up defense by Walker, setting up the break. He's so good at coming up with those steals without putting himself or his team at risk.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, that they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Green comes in for Reggie Bullock. Hardaway is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Ball's knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. A different look for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Bertans. And it's Ntilikina in for Walker.
Frank Ntilikina.
5 to shoot. Here's Horton Tucker. Kicks it out to Gay. Broke loose. There's the pass to Horton Tucker. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
I'm gonna shoot a full court shot just to prove to you I'm not cheating. For the people who might think I'm cheating.
We've got 1:08 left here in the second. Here's Dallas. It's a 21-2 run. Totally rolling here.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
You know what we call this play? A dumb play all the way around, especially at this particular time.
And that's a foul called on Josh Green. That's foul number 2 for him. 55 seconds left in the first half. With the floater, and it's Beasley laying it in. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Got that one up quick.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Alexander Walker passes to Gay. For 3, Beasley tries again. He lays it in. Alexander Walker's got his first basket of the night.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why? Lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
There's Green with the 3. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Hardaway with the steal.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Utah shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
This is the area of the game we've seen lots of improvement by Alexander Walker.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so here is Dallas. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fit. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And Kenny, were there any specific teams you looked forward to playing?
I mean, any team Shaq was on, because you had to be hyped for that, you know, especially when you got Akeem, when they go head-to-head. I always look forward to that.
Yeah, you're lucky you had him, Kenny, because you were terrified to come down into the paint.
Not true. I wasn't terrified, just a little bit shaky.
And as we turn back to analyze that first half of action, safe to say it was full of Luka magic.
He's been absolutely unconscious from downtown. The defense hasn't done enough to adjust, and he keeps dropping them in.
Yeah, they let him get it. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Getting underway here in the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. Out to Clarkson. Misses the 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20-10 guy, but now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
Markkanen dishes to Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Doncic outside. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Again, the Mavericks score. And you hear about impacting, winning. How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable.
Passes to Vanderbilt. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton against Doncic. Sexton kicks to Vanderbilt. Olynyk in the corner. 4 on the clock. It's rebounded by Dallas. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half. Tipped away. And another steal for him.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. Clarkson outside to end the run. No good on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Doncic outside. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists in the game.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's jacked in for Reggie Bullock, and it's Green in for Dinwiddie. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Clarkson finds Sexton. And once again, off the mark by Utah.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Drills it from outside.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run. And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Utah with the ball. Sexton the pass to Olynyk. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. A shot by Clarkson, no good. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you can see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets.
For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. JaVale McGee comes in for Christian Wood. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Gay. Powell with the steal. Here's McGee. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good! Another from 3. Buries lays his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Doncic has got 43 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Their defense. It's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
McGee with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And here's Doncic from the arc. Another three for Dallas.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Alexander Walker passes to Gay. Knocks it loose. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Powell with the ball. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Pass to Horton Tucker. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. They could use a bucket. Green with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The three for Doncic. And again for 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Josh Green. Here's Alexander Walker. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. On the wing, Doncic. Connects again from distance.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. An historic feat during the quarter, launching and making a phenomenal number of three-pointers like never seen before. Only in the NBA. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Maxi Kleber is out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Ntilikina in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And the Jazz call time here.
Utah timeout call.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And it's Utah's ball. Pass to Azubuike.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone
wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Here's Alexander Walker. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Kleba with the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
Kicks to Gay. Here's Agbaji. And there's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. Abaji's got his first 2 points.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrate the offense, creating for others.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Alexander Walker.
Hey, Steve, looking at the Utah Jazz, they've been so consistent during the regular season.
Kevin, but they haven't been able to carry this momentum into the postseason. This is a team that wants to win a title so badly, but they know that...
Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
Energy. That's what Doncic brings every night. That steal and basket can ignite a team.
Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. There's a screen. Gay with it. He's picked up by Walker. Here's Alexander Walker. They grab their own miss. Gay misses. Mavericks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. To the inside. And they double up Doncic. It's intercepted. That's tipped. Front past the arc. It's Gay on the way. Here we go, all alone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Alexander Walker passes to Gay. Over Berton. The Jazz again can't hit it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Bolmaro. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greggy lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops talent.
And the first one at the line is good. A lot of talent indeed. And Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there. And just like Rudy, was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn borough.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas.
Did you see that?
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Well, he swipes the ball away again.
He's been a defensive terror. And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly. Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Here's Green, and it's Green slapping it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Nabbing another steal.
He's stolen his way into the record book.
A new single-game high, GA for steals.
And he has snapped the long-standing mark held by Kendall Gill and Larry Keenan. Unbelievable to see that record broken.
And the Mavericks...
2 world record broken in 1 game. Dang, bro.
All time here. They're up. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Dinwiddie outside. And there's Green on the assist by Dinwiddie. Green's got 24.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Takes a 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Green's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Inspired tonight, they fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Markkanen against Green. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Green leading the charge.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz, Taylor Horton-Tucker.
And it's the Mavericks on the break.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here...
I feel bad. David.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the live stream. I absolutely dominated these kids.
This is Kevin Harlan. Thanking you for tuning in.
Let me know any other team to dominate. And I will do it no matter what team it is. It could be Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan, all time, 19 something. Kobe Bryant. Don't do the Lakers because AD is going to get back versus injuries. So yeah, that's the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed. See ya.
And you're watching.